Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Dirty 630 Show. This is Docsports.com. I am Griffin Murphy. Alongside me is Nick Menken, and we are here to give you guys some cashing out tickets. With all of that being said, before I get into this, Nick, how we doing today, brother?
We're living. Finally got the studio here ready for you guys. Excited to bring forth finally our parlay system we've been talking about. I know a lot of old timers necessarily don't say parlays work all the time, but we're here to tell you it changes, and Griffin and I will show you the way here today.
We are going to get into this. We're going to get into the nitty-gritty, very specific details of how this system runs. Do want to give you guys a quick little update though. Today, it is Monday, February 24th, 2025. This is the first show that we are recording in our studio. The boys are back in town, the Dirty 630, Chi-Town. We are here in the lab, ready to cook up some winners. With that being said, parlays don't work. Nick, hit them with the secret sauce.
We got 4 parlays on tap, ladies and gentlemen. Each one of those parlays, we're risking 1% on each of those parlays. We got 4 total. 2 of them, 2 parlays, will be 2 two-teamers there. We're going to pick a favorite and maybe a little money shot. But those 2 parlays for our 2-teamers, they must be a 1 to 2 risk to reward. What do I mean by that? Well, it needs to be, you place $100 on this 2-team parlay, it's going to pay you out $200. It cannot be less.
And that is, I didn't mean to cut you off,
You're
Nick,
good.
but I did want to explain this a little bit. When we're going to do this, how we're explaining all of this, obviously Nick and myself, we run our own capital. So for you guys, we are using the decimal example of $100 as 1%. Just so you guys know. Nick, didn't mean to cut you off. Carry on.
You're good. So with those 2 two-teamers, out of the 4 parlays, our next one will be a 3-teamer and then a juicy Hail Mary 4-team, which is odds of probably plus 1,000 and above. But those 2 two-teamers, those are your bread and butters because they're 1 to 2 risk to reward. We're playing 1% on each one of our parlays. Remember, there are 4 parlays here in the system. If we hit both of our 2-team parlays, so that is 4 games we got to hit correctly. We then break even on the day, ladies and gentlemen, and the rest, well, it's all profit after that.
Yep, and it just as Nick said, so we've got 2 two-teamers, 1 3-teamer, 1 4-teamer, and then the extra saucy, I mean the meatball.
Sprinkle on
the
top.
Bow and arrow, Hail Mary, ladies and gentlemen, money shot. This is the 5% wager. This will be the last play that we give out on this show. So every single parlay that we give out is going to be 1%. And then we are going to give out the whale bet. That is 5%. So say you are to lose all 4 of your parlays, you have your money shot, that is 5%, and that hits. You are now automatically in profit 1% on the day. But with all of that being said, ladies and gentlemen, really quickly, if you're a new member to Docsports, head on over to Docsports.com/360. That is where you can get our best bets, our premium selections for absolutely free if you are a new member. If you're not a new member, well, we already love you, so keep jumping on board. But for those that are new members, Docsports.com/360. Now, with that being said, it is parlay time, baby, and let's get it rolling. I'm jumping in game number 1, North Carolina at Florida State University. Current line plus 3.5. We have a total sitting at 156.5. Give me FSU here on the money line plus 140 over North Carolina. This is a complete trap bet. The market is begging you to take North Carolina here, laying just 3.5 points. I'm flipping it on them. I'm taking Florida State here on the money line, plus 140. Nick, who you got?
Game number 2 in that first 2-team parlay. We are looking at Michigan, minus 1.5 at Nebraska here tonight. The total sits at 151.5 here. I think this is a trap game. We know Nebraska plays very well at home. Fred Hoiberg's got the boys rolling here as of late, especially at home in Nebraska. Don't fall for that trap, ladies and gentlemen. Take Michigan minus 1.5 for our 2-team parlay. That is odds of plus 240. That payout on a $100 better is $240. Again, our first 2-team parlay here is FSU money line over North Carolina, and our game number 2 is Michigan money line minus 120 over Nebraska. Do not do the minus 1.5. Scratch that. Take them on the money line, ladies and gentlemen. That is parlay number 1 for our 2-teamer here. Let's roll right into our next 2-team parlay. We got Vegas Golden Knights taking on the Los Angeles Kings here. The total sits at 5.5. Let me tell you something here, ladies and gentlemen. While the Los Angeles Kings in the Pacific, their record this season 6-7. They're one game under 500. Las Vegas Golden Knights, they're 15-2 against teams in the Pacific. Give me the Vegas Golden Knights here on the money line, -120 over the Los Angeles Kings.
I love it. Game number 2 of our 2-team parlay, ladies and gentlemen. We've got Houston on the college hoop side of things. Rolling into Texas Tech, current line, Houston laying 1.5 points, total sitting at 131.5. Give me Houston here on the money line at a -130. If you guys don't think Kelvin Sampson has his boys ready to roll in tonight's matchup, you are absolutely wrong. We know that Texas Tech can score on anybody. We also know that Houston could score on anybody. Houston has a better defense. They are flat. Shave the point spread. You can take them on the money line. My bad for the little scribble here, but give me Houston on the money line in this play at a -130. So this 2-team parlay, we've got the Vegas Golden Knights here, -120. Houston, -130. This is a +235 payout. If you're $100 better, you will make $235 profit on this parlay winner. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, we are attacking risk to reward here. This is 1% to make 1 to 2 plus percent. So that means we are risking $100 to make at least $200 plus. Rolling in now, deeper. Parlay number 3. We've got game number 1. We're rolling into the NBA, ladies and gentlemen. We've got the Brooklyn Nets at the Washington Wizards. Current line +3.5. Total sitting at 217.5. Are you kidding me with this line? Give me the Wizards. It's a damn trap. Give me the Wizards here +130 on the money line. This is the shortest line I have seen the Wizards all season long. Once again, the market is begging you to take Brooklyn in this play. Nick, give me the Wizards here +130.
Game number 2, we got the Chicago Bulls +4.5 at Philadelphia 76ers. The total sitting at 233.5 here. The Philadelphia 76ers are going down the tube, ladies and gentlemen. They cannot get a win if their life depended on it here. I like the Chicago Bulls to cover. Take them +4.5. Embiid is out in this game, of course. So we are fading them in the 76ers. Take the Chicago Bulls here +4.5 for game number 2 in our third and final game of this 3-team parlay. We're going to go to Los Angeles Clippers at the Detroit Pistons here. Pistons are -1.5. Kawhi Leonard is out in this game. The total here sits at 221.5. Ladies and gentlemen, this guy hasn't played a fourth of the season. I don't know what he's doing, but he's out here tonight. So I absolutely love the Detroit Pistons here. Take them on the money line. Get rid of that spread. Money line, Detroit Pistons -120 over the Los Angeles Clippers here tonight. That 3-team parlay pays out +725, ladies and gentlemen. $100 better would make $725. Now let's get juicy and let's go for the Hail Mary of the Hail Marys, ladies and gentlemen.
Long shot,
we got our 4-team parlay here. Our game number 1, we are going to Winnipeg, where the San Jose Sharks take on the Winnipeg Jets. Winnipeg, they're sitting at -500. The total, 5.5. You're out of your mind if you're going to throw Winnipeg in that risky parlay. -500, ladies and gentlemen. Come on. Give me the other side with the San Jose Sharks +1.5 at odds of +150 for game number 1 in this 4-team parlay. What do you say, Griff?
Game number 2 of our 4-team Hail Mary parlay. Kansas at Colorado, college basketball. Current line 7.5. Colorado's plus in this matchup. Total sitting at 143.5. I mean, give me a damn break with this Kansas Jayhawks team. Are you kidding me? They cannot win a game on the road to save their lives. As Nick just mentioned, 3-7 on the road this season. They just lost back-to-back games on the road. Then you've got this Colorado team who's pesky as all hell. They just beat Baylor at home in their most recent matchup. You're going to give me 7.5 points in this game? Give me the Colorado Buffaloes here, +7.5. Nick, game 3.
Game number 3, we're going to the NBA. Portland Trailblazers at the Utah Jazz here right now. The Trailblazers are -6.5 as the total sits at 232 here, ladies and gentlemen. What do we know about the Utah Jazz team? Yeah, they only have 7 wins at home this season, but let me tell you one thing. They score a lot of points at home. You're giving me points with this Utah Jazz team +6.5. I'm taking it all day. We're taking the Utah Jazz +6.5 over the Portland Trail Blazers here. Let's get the fourth and final pick for our four-leg here. Griff,
This
give it to
is
me.
the gunslinger, baby. This is the bread and butter, the one we need the most,
The
baby.
Hail Mary.
And we're going right into the NBA. We've got the Minnesota Timberwolves at OKC Thunder. Current line, OKC is laying 11.5 points. We have a total sitting at 228.5. Give me OKC here. Lay the 11.5 points.
Lay the
This
wood.
is the most unstoppable team right now in all of basketball. And Minnesota, on the defensive side, they're supposed to be a top contender. Last season, yes. This season, not at all. I mean, so we'll give them a little bit of leeway. We'll give them a leadway. And that's why I like this game so damn much. I look at this, and you're telling me that OKC's laying 11.5 points to supposed to be one of the best defenses in all of basketball, top 10? Give me a break. That is a trap wager. Lay the points with OKC in this matchup, 11.5 points. This parlay, four-leg parlay, ladies and gentlemen, Hail Mary, plus $1,640 profit. If you risk $100, you will make $1,640 profit on this parlay winner. And now, take this bet as you please. This is not a part of the parlay system, but you can implement it if you choose to. Nick and myself had decided, as we had done this over and over and over again, years on end, we decided to implement this as our volatility of our wagers increased. So, 5% wager, whale bet. This is a play that Nick and myself both agreed on, went through the entire slate. This is the first game out of all of them that we picked as our favorite. It was the first circle up, number one favorite. And that is, we have the Denver Nuggets rolling into Indiana to play the Pacers. Indiana coming off back-to-back games here. They have won 3 consecutive matchups, including wins over a very tough Memphis team and a Clippers team. Denver, on the other hand, I don't know how that Indiana is going to keep up. Joker has been an absolute mad dog. This team is currently 9-1 in their last 10 games, rolling. Give me the Denver Nuggets on the slam dunk, minus 5.5. Nick?
Come on, Denver is 9-1 in their last 10 games here, ladies and gentlemen. 17-11 on the road. Doesn't matter where they play, at home or on the road, they still get wins here. And they just lost their last game. They got blown out by the Los Angeles Lakers at home by 23 points. It's not going to slide this time with Joker. They are going to bounce back here tonight against the Indiana Pacers. Give us the Denver Nuggets minus 5.5 over the Indiana Pacers.
Boom! I was waiting for it, baby. I was waiting for it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, recap of these parlays really quick here. Parlay number 1, take Florida State and Michigan at odds of plus 240. Parlay number 2, take the Vegas Golden Knights with Houston at odds of plus 35. Parlay number 3, take the Washington Wizards plus the Chicago Bulls plus the Detroit Pistons, odds plus 725. And parlay number 4, the Hailmaker, San Jose Sharks plus the Colorado Buffaloes plus the Utah Jazz plus the OKC Thunder, odds of plus 1640. And then our money shot, ladies and gentlemen, Denver Nuggets lay the 5.5 points, 5% risk. All the parlays 1% risk. Whale shot, money shot, whatever shot you want to call it. I'm calling it a winner tonight, baby. Denver Nuggets lay the 5.5, and that is our free selections for you guys. This is the Dirty 630 show. Quick reminder, lastly, if you're a new member to Docsports, head on over to docsports.com/360 and go grab our premium selections, our absolute best bets for free. With all of that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning into the Dirty 630 show, and we will see you, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow.